if there is tension between the bonus mom and the biological mom, fix it. Baby.
So as a bonus mom, I'm the yes one. You get ice cream here, you get candy, you get snacks. If I know DJ was coming, the cabinet is packed full of his favorite snacks and cookies and candies. So, so given the situation where the father is not mature and the father has told him, you ain't got to respect nobody but me, because this happens.
Ooh.
You ain't got to respect no man but me. You ain't got to do what he tell you to do. You do what I tell you to do. If you want to watch TV, you watch TV. I bought that TV. Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of Ask 'em, Ask Ed and Maya. Got a good topic today. We're about to jump in here. Look, before we start, if you have not already, hit subscribe to our channel. If you haven't liked the video, if you haven't shared it, go ahead and take care of that now before we got to do the house rules. Go ahead and knock that stuff out. And also, if you have any topics that you want us to cover for you, you can email us at the email in the description below at onevisionerc@gmail.com. Ha! So this is today's question. What part should bonus parents play in discipline? What part should bonus parents play in discipline? And this is also for me, I'm excited because I am a bonus parent. He is not, but I'm a bonus parent. I have two beautiful bonus children. And they were not grown when we got married. So especially DJ. DJ is in college now. Yes. But I'm trying to think of how old DJ was when we got. He was like middle school age. When we got together. So.
But Maya was she was headed off to college, so you didn't.
So since you don't have any bonus children, I'll jump in on this one.
Go ahead.
So these are the factors that I think we need to consider. I actually wrote some of these out because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. So the age of the kids matter. Are the biological parents in the picture? That matters. We're going to come back to that. Are the bonus parents asked to spend extended amounts of time with the kids without the biological parent present? So that would be like, okay, so if DJ is going to be with me.
That's a good question.
For extended periods of time, and Ed is not going to be anywhere around. It's just me and DJ. How often is that going to be happening?
Yes.
That matters.
That does.
Okay, that's another factor would be, are the biological parents both good disciplinarians? Are these kids coming into the picture well disciplined and under control? Because that matters. Because if you're marrying into a situation where the kids are out of control and both of their biological parents are pretty hands off and they don't do discipline at all, like somebody's going to have to step up and do that. And so for starters, so like I said, if the kids are younger, I think that when they need immediate correction for their safety, like there was an episode of House of Pain, and the bonus mom was at home with the kid, and it was just the two of them, and he kept jumping up on the couch, and I mean really close to slipping, and she could see this being disastrous. So she's like, look, I really need you to stop jumping on this couch. And he's pretty much like, you ain't my mama, you don't tell me what to do. So boing, mind you, this is her couch that he's jumping the springs out of. And so in that situation, what is a bonus parent to do? There has to be some course of discipline in that space for the child's safety. Because if she did nothing and this kid just falls and breaks his arm, then the question will be, well, why would you just let him to continue to jump on the couch like that? So I wouldn't say you're going to break out your belt and start beating butt. But there needs to be something done by a bonus parent with a small child so that everybody's safe. Okay, so are the biological parents in the picture? I think I'm just going to use us because we had a situation. So Ed's ex-wife, Lisa, is amazing. I love you bunches, Lisa. She has helped our co-parenting relationship be amazing. But when it comes to disciplining DJ, the question would be, what levels of discipline are you, Lisa, comfortable with me making? I think as a bonus mom, his biological mom should have a huge say-so in what I'm able to do with him as far as discipline.
Yes.
Now, Ed could tell me all day, beat his butt. Beat his butt. If I ain't there, you are me, and knock him out. But he is only one of DJ's parents. Right. And so Lisa absolutely should have a voice in what I'm allowed to do with her son. The same way with teachers. Teachers are kind of like bonus parents because we have your kids all day long.
All day.
But for us to break out a whip or paddle and paddle them, the actual biological parents have to sign a form.
Yes.
That says, hey, it is okay for you to paddle my kid.
Right.
Same thing for a biological parent that does not live in a home. While my kid's in your care, then I'm not okay with you whooping them. But you are, please ground them or take his phone or do that type of thing. What you got?
I want to go in with the whole biological parents. And again, like you said, Lisa did a wonderful job of definitely helping us with co-parenting. But if there is tension between the bonus mom and the biological mom, fix it. I mean, I can't say it no more. You just can't say, well, we'll just try to work around it. No. You're not going to be able to work around it because guess who else will know that tension? The kid.
Right.
And the kids love them to death. I know they're God's blessings, but they manipulate their real parents.
Right.
That's what they do. They pit one against the other. So you don't think they will take advantage of that tension? Y'all got to get on one accord. Like the House of Pain incident, she should have had that biological mom on speed dial. If she's not going to hit her, now we got FaceTime. This is what's happening. This is what's happening right now.
How do you want me to handle this?
What you want me to do? Like it's got to be to the point where you can pick up the phone and get to that biological parent immediately, or you can get to the father or the natural parent immediately. Because any type of tension will definitely be used to the detriment of the kid.
So our situation was different. Like I said, when we got married, DJ, who was the youngest, was already in middle school. Maya was on her way to college. So any discipline issues that he had at that age, that's why I said the age of the child matters. Anything that DJ got into, it could wait for Ed or for Lisa to address, even if he was just with me, because at that point, it's like, okay, I get to be the yes mom.
She was.
Yeah, and I told them that, I'm not a disciplinarian for DJ.
The yes mom. I come in and he decided he wanted to take some sugar and put it in water. And mind you, this kid is ADHD. Stir it up and be like, you know what, let me see what this tastes like.
Sugar water.
Yes.
My baby wanted some sugar water. He has a wonderful mama. He has an impeccable father.
Thank you, baby.
So as a bonus mom, I'm the yes one. You get ice cream here, you get candy, you get snacks. If I know DJ was coming, the cabinet is packed full of his favorite snacks and cookies and candies because I'm the yes one. I don't have to be the disciplinarian. Right. If Lisa was not in the picture, then my role would be different. Yep. But since he had a wonderful mom, a wonderful dad, they disciplined him. They did a great job with it. If they ever asked me, I did not volunteer my opinion about how they discipline. If they asked me, then I would say, I think you could probably try this, or have you tried this? Maybe we could look at this.
Right.
But unsolicited opinions of bonus parents, I think, ruffles the relationship that you have.
Right.
In co-parenting.
I agree.
Because, if you have 3 people co-parenting, or 4, even 4, that kid should be, that's amazing. You have 4 grown-ups that love them.
That love on him.
Yeah, like they're their actual kids.
Yes.
With the full support. But I don't think discipline has to be everybody's responsibility.
I agree.
So unsolicited advice when it comes to discipline could really ruffle feathers. So when you are asked, I think that's when you should share your ideas. Mm-hmm. If they choose not to use your advice, then just be okay with it and move on.
Right.
That's the 2 biological parents make that decision and you move on. Okay. Now, in the case where these children are not in middle school and already raised, DJ was awesome when he got to me. They had done a wonderful job. Shout out to the two of you raising these two kids. Maya was already, amazing. She was straight A's, beautiful, bubbly personality. They had already almost successfully raised these two kids before I came into the picture. So, they made it really easy for me. But if you are in a co-parenting situation and you got a 2-year-old and you're asked to be at home with this 2-year-old for extended periods of time, maybe your husband or wife, whoever the other parent is a truck driver and they're gone. And so their time with you is just the two of you. Then you really gonna have a sit down powwow about, the way that all of you have to discipline, because at that point, it's not gonna be just the two.
Right.
If they're going to be in your care for extended more than a couple hours, then there has to be an understanding that you two have to take part in the discipline. And you need to talk about some different strategies if spanking is out of the question, which I totally understand as a mom. Right. I am super, super, super not okay with any and everybody putting hands on my children. Right. So we would need to sit down and talk about that. If God forbid, there's something happened between Ed and I, and we went our separate ways, and I have 2 small children, and he remarried quickly before a sister so-and-so decided, well, I didn't like the way Brielle did something, so I knocked her out. I laid her down, because that's what my mama taught me. I backslapped. See, that ain't no, baby.
Yeah, then it's going to be 2 backslaps.
Because I don't slap my children in their faces, and I know some people do. That's not what I do. Right. So I would have to have a sit-down talk with Ed and sister so-and-so and say, look, this is how I prefer to discipline. Right. This is... If she's going to be with you, then I prefer you try these things with her. Call me. If I'm not available, then these are the steps that I would like for you to take. And I would expect for my voice to be heard and respected. Right. I would expect for her to carry out my discipline plan. Right. I'm a teacher. When I have a sub come in, I leave those instructions for the sub. I already know that the substitute teacher is not going to, my kids are not going to have the same level of respect necessarily for a sub that they would for me. So there is a list of things, steps for them to go through if they have any trouble out of my kids at school. I need you to do A, B, and C, and we're going to take care of it. Right. And when I get back, it'll be different.
It'll be handled.
Yeah. And so that's what I would expect from you and sister so-and-so. So I think that would be, you got something to add on that?
Well, knock on wood, there will never be a sister so-and-so. We in this thing for life. But I would like to go, a more common bonus parent scenario is the single moms who may have still a relationship with the baby daddy.
Talk about it.
And now they ready, they have found their Boaz and have found they soulmate. And it ain't the baby daddy. And now this guy comes in and he's an amazing guy, and you want him to help you here with little Junior, who is acting up in school.
Cutting
the monkey. And I need you to talk some sense into him because he think he a man now, That can bring about some tension.
Right. Talk to us. Teach the people. How do you handle that?
You got 2 men who, now I don't, what the baby daddy situation. Maybe he was locked up. Maybe he was there, maybe not there, but whatever it is, if she's trusting this new man.
In this scenario that you're talking about, is this child's father involved or not involved?
I would say he's involved.
Okay, if he's involved, then talk to us about what it looks like as a man.
There has to be, remember I said earlier about if there's tension, you got to get rid of that tension. Because I'm going to tell you, that young man that boy who's trying to be a man.
Please let me chew this ice.
Go ahead, chew the ice. Go ahead, go and get it out. Go and get it out, because she gonna gotta say something.
I'm sorry for chewing this ice. I'll open your face. And in this microphone. But baby, that little piece of ice was so good. Y'all don't understand how I am about the ice. I'm sorry.
Ice.
I'm gonna try not to, when I drink this water, I'm gonna try not to take another piece of ice.
Okay,
I'm sorry. Okay, continue.
Those 2 men will have to have an agreement, and egos have to be put aside. Okay. Like, okay, listen, if the baby's father, this is my son. This is little Junior, little Juma, whatever. I'm still involved. If there's a need to correct him, I would appreciate either a heads up, and if I can't get to him, then like how you said, I'm okay with you, blah, 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 blah.
What if it's immediate? When I say immediate, what if?
Then we need to, you have to pre-plan for that. We have to say.
No, like right now, I'm gonna tell you a scenario.
Okay, give me a scenario.
So, let's say there's a woman.
Right.
She has a new man.
Right.
And her child's father is involved.
Right.
Okay. So she runs to the store.
Mm-hmm.
The man is watching the game.
Okay.
The kid comes in and he turns TV because he want to watch cartoons.
Whoa.
And he was like, well, wait. And he was like, I'm sorry, man. You know, I was watching it. Go ahead and turn back to the game. And he was like, you ain't my daddy. You don't come in here. And he's disrespectful. Ooh. And characteristically, maybe he don't do this in front of his mama. But he in his feelings and he like, and he's disrespectful.
Of the relationship. Yes.
So what happens in that moment? What do you think should happen in that moment? How does he address that?
The first thing is he has to immediately, with words, not mean words, not aggressive words, let him know, even though he's not willing to hear it, hey, that's disrespectful. And I take that as disrespect. And that's all he should say to that kid at that time. If this is the first time, just to immediately let him know, all right, you've just disrespected me. So everything that happens from here on out is because you disrespect me. Now, I ain't saying that to go put hands on. I'm saying now you have to take some quick steps.
This is man to man.
Man to man now. Now, I'm gonna have to let your mom know you disrespected me because I'm not gonna take this 2 more times. He's gonna have to get away with it that one time.
Okay.
So that you know I've taken all these steps first before the next time.
I agree with you because I don't think you should get into a power struggle. No,
not right then.
He just turn the TV. Just go watch it somewhere else.
He wins that one.
Okay.
He has that one. You let him know how you felt. Let him know it's disrespectful. He gets that win. You let the mama know, and then he's like, do I need to talk to his father? And if y'all have that type of relationship, talk to the father, or you let the mother talk to the father.
So given the situation where the father is not mature, and the father has told him, you ain't got to respect nobody but me, because this happens. Ooh. You ain't got to respect no man but me. You ain't got to do what he tell you to do. You do what I tell you to do. If you want to watch TV, you watch TV. I bought that TV.
Again.
You see what I'm saying?
I got you. It is his son. I'm going to let the son know again, you have disrespected me. I'm going to call your father. Because now you have
need to have a conversation with the father.
I got to have a conversation with the father. Because if that's what you're telling him, now as a man, I have to go to you. Because you're saying, no matter what his mom says, if his mom says respect me, you're telling him something different, then I got to go to you. Okay. And say, listen.
Respectfully though,
respectfully,
right? Okay.
This is what your son is doing. And I can't, you do understand that as a man, I can't have your son, who is younger than me, disrespect me like that.
Right.
And if he's on a different level, now we really got to have the mom involved. We need to sit down and say, hey, this is not gonna work. Okay? You either gonna have to come get your son,
right?
Or, you know, we can't coexist. So somebody's got to be mature in that situation.
And these are conversations that have to be had before considering a marriage or any long-term serious relationship. Like if they're in the case where we had a kid that is out of control and neither one of the parents have control or discipline, like, do you want to step into that? If you make a decision to step into it, they both have to say, take over the discipline. Because if they don't discipline them and they don't want anybody else to discipline them, you can't live with an undisciplined child.
I
would not be in that relationship.
That's why the kid factor can't be ignored when dealing with a spouse or a mate. Like, well, you know what? She does have a kid. He's a little rambunctious, but I love her. We'll figure it out.
And I'll deal with him. You can't love their mama and just deal with the kid.
You cannot.
If you are gonna move forward and marry somebody, you have to love that person and love their children.
Yes.
Because as a bonus parent, you're called to sacrifice so much.
Yes. Yes.
You're going to be sacrificing. You're going to be sacrificing your check too.
Yes.
If you have time, your time is going to go there, your energy.
Yes.
So if you don't have genuine love for their children, you do not need to be in relationship with them.
And again, that's why I commend you. You sacrifice a lot of time, a lot of afternoons, because this one right here doesn't like outdoor anything. Anything. My oldest son, happens to play football, and a lot of their games outdoors, and we're in the South. It don't get cold in the South till later in winter. So a lot of times it's still heat, mosquito weather, and she was a trooper. Oh, some of them days. Some days she left and went to the car, but we ain't gonna say that.
But see, DJ, he didn't know that part. He knows that when he came out, I was right there. And I ask, I say, look, what's important to you? Do you need me at this game? Because I'll be there if you need me to be there.
Yeah.
If you like, it's what... You just want to make sure you got a pair of shoes.
Right.
Hey, we'll make sure you got... I'll take you to get some clothes and shoes if that's what's important. I play my role, you know? So back to the original question, what part should bonus parents play in the discipline? I think the part that you communicate and decide.
Yes.
And if you aren't able to communicate applicably, then did I even say that right?
That sounds right to me.
If I didn't, don't be in my comments telling I said the word wrong, because it ain't about that. You know what I was talking about. Amicably is what I was looking for. I don't know what I said. Yeah. Amicably is what I was going for. Hey. It felt wrong, and it was. So don't do me. If y'all can't communicate amicably, then I definitely suggest getting a mediator, getting a relationship coach. I mean, I know a couple, but if not us, you need to get somebody that can help you talk through these things without yelling, without being disrespectful with your words, that you actually set a goal. This is what we want to reach. Mm-hmm. And can y'all please help us get there?
Right.
Because we can help you do that.
Yes.
If that's something that you're looking for. But you definitely need to have a discipline goal for these kids and work together to achieve those things.
Yes.
Okay?
And it is a huge reward when you do. Huge reward.
Because it's really about them. It's not about you. It's about the kids and making sure they have what they need from all the people that love them.
Because the love that my biological children have for her is unbelievable. And the sacrifice you make gives them all different avenues to where they can go to each parent and just have that much more love poured into them.
And don't get on my husband because he said sacrifice you makes. Like, he knows the sacrifices he knows the sacrifices that you make. He didn't mean to say that. Like, I can already hear the foolishness coming our way. I don't want to hear it. God, we know what to say. Now, look, let us know how you feel about it. If you are in a co-parenting situation, with bonus parents here and there, please give us some feedback. Let us know what you think.
Many other situations that can be discussed, so please put them in the chat or whatever, or, you know.
I would even like to talk in the future about how you build co-parenting relationships across the board with bonus parents and how you mend brokenness that's there so that you can do the best things for children. I think that's something we should look at some more. So if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel so that you'll get alerted when we post a video. Subscribe now, like the video, share it, tag somebody that you know in a situation that might be blessed or even entertained by this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you need more information from us, you can always head on over to our website where we have different things there, different resources at www.onevisionerc.com. That website again is pinned below, and it is www.onevisionerc.com. Thank you. Until next time.